What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to draw an Emmett Cullen from Twilight. This is a Patreon request from Parzival. So, portrait of him close up. I think this is from one of the more recent movies, like at the end. Like, what was it? Breaking Dawn or something, part 1 or something like this. He has short hair at the start and then it's like longer at the end. So I picked the most recent one. Hope that's okay. Landscape page. Pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. Portrait of a human. So, well, he's not human. Portrait of a vampire. So, same face though. We go up, over to the right. He has very skinny eyes, right? He's always looking pensive in his promo shots anyway. So, very thin. Yeah, so we'll go up diagonally, and then it kind of curves across here down the back, and top eyelid usually has eyelashes, so it's like a thicker line with some eyelashes sticking up. So it can be looking kind of hairy. So again, very narrow, right? So his tear duct is like real thin here. And then it goes down around the eye. And he's like, you know, very narrow-eyed. That kind of a shape. Right, and then his iris, he's got those contacts in, so big yellow eyes, right? So you just do sort of brackets here, curved lines, because his eyes are so narrow. And then his pupils are really big. Like a big circle there, and then we'll color them black, and maybe like hit a line just for his tear duct in there. Right, so then we have bottom eyelashes, so like dots and dashes coming off here, and they're fairly light, so you don't have to do too much. And then his top eyelid line, right? He's a brooding, sort of heavy frown sort of guy, so it goes up and goes right down close to his eyelashes then, so it goes down this way and curves down there. Okay. And then he has just a light sort of line bag underneath his eye there. So his eyebrow then, so it's like starts somewhere here, maybe a few hairs at the front, and then we go around the eye. Arched then down that way, and then we go back up. You can draw them as hairy as you'd like, you know. You can do zigzags or like just a straight line, you know, depending on how illustrative you want to go with it. You can do them real hairy or just like a smooth line, and you know, there's kind of a big scope for variation in that. A bit of a frown there at the front. So that's his eye, pretty much. Maybe like a cheekbone sort of thing, and a line for his head just there. But much. So we'll go over and do the other eye. So measure that eye. That's your distance over to the next very thin eye. So you can fit an eye in between these 2 points, okay? Standard human eye proportion. And then another very thin eye line, diagonal. Then it goes down, and add eyelashes, thicken it up. Very skinny tear duct again. Then we do the bottom eyelid line. Very thin eyes. And then iris brackets inside. And the pupil, very big. Circle, colored in black. Right, and then there. So eyelashes on the bottom, dots and dashes. Go just mark our line and then add some coming down here. Very thin. And then the top eyelid line, similar sort of thing. Goes up, curves right down across the eyelash line there. Similar sort of direction as the other side. It's just the skin for where the eyelids meet his forehead brow area. It's like a skin fold. And he has a bit of a bag underneath his eye. Not much though. Loads of makeup on these characters. And then his eyebrow above. Again, sort of slightly hairy at the beginning. Then we go up for the eyebrow again. Real arched eyebrows at the back. And then we go this way again. And it can be kind of a hairy thing. Temple just on the side of his eye and his cheekbone there. He has big cheekbones, like they're very sort of prominent, and then a bit of a frown there. So what we can see for his nose, so we can see just like a line going in here and like the bridge of the nose going down that way. And something similar on this side, like a little suggestion of the bridge of his nose there, right? Now with noses, you don't really have to draw everything you see, because mostly noses are done like in shadows, right? They're kind of blended. So this could be enough for the nose, basically, right? For the bridge of his nose, at least. Because it's not very clear because of all the shades and tones. So what we'll do is we'll go down now. And we'll build it up. So we'll add the nostrils. 2 curved lines, right? One there. One. It's roughly under the bridge line. One there, right? So then the bottom of his nose kind of has these 2 bumps on it. So we'll go round like that, right? And maybe like a suggestion of a line there. And then we'll just shadow up the nostrils. So you just make these sort of look like they're receding, dark, you know, shadows inside. Just thicken them up. Noses can be tricky things to draw. So his nostrils then, skin goes around the side here. Okay. And then maybe we got like the side of his nose here, sort of going that way. So we're just suggesting like the tip of his nose there. And then what we'll do is we'll add a broad sort of bridge of his nose coming out here. So like just a light sort of line going this way. It's like a little triangle sort of a thing. Coming out the side of his nose. And I think that'll do me for his nose, you know. I don't think I want to do more than that. Yeah, just don't want to do too much. I don't think. I think I'll leave it like that. Might come back to it, but you will see. So then his mouth, so big lips, right? And it's like right underneath his pupils is where we start. So like here, and he's kind of smiling, right? So he's got these curved lines. Like underneath his eye here. That's sort of the width, right? This is the center line for the mouth. So this will carve up and then sort of down in the middle, back up, and then down the side again. So it's sort of, it looks like sort of a, you know, the handle of a bow and arrow. That's what it always reminds me of. Or like a stretched out letter M sort of a situation, right? Very right, very bumpy. And then the top lip, right? So we got this V sort of in the middle, like right underneath the middle of this line. They have them on lipstick, so his lips like look real red. And then this thing goes down that way. And the other side down that way. And then we have like a top lip sort of line there. And his bottom lip quite prominent as well. Comes down. Bumps up and down, and then goes back up to the corner of his mouth, up there. So very sort of big lips now. And then he has a little sort of line for his chin here. He's got like Buzz Lightyear kind of features, you know, very sort of big chin. Like a line just coming down from his cheek, maybe just there and there. So quite a round sort of, yeah, like Buzz Lightyear, sort of superhero chiseled chin, right? So very sort of prominent chin, right? So kind of goes into it. This is like going on to his face a bit. And like proportion wise, his head is like tilted back a bit. So I'd say eyebrows to bottom of his nose there. It's about the same as nose to chin. Maybe a little bit more either because his chin is so big. So like say like the eyebrow, top of the eyebrow to the very bottom of his nose is about the same as here to here. And then bottom of the nose to the bottom lip is about the same as bottom lip line to chin. Okay, that's roughly the proportion we're dealing with. So then his jaw is quite big and round. So we go out this way, right? And you know, it comes out, he's got like, goes into his neck. He's like very big features. Right, so quite wide as well. And then gets quite curvy here. It's very big, right? And then his cheekbones come out a bit, so they like go dip in and then go out up to the sideburns. Right, so another curve out and just a slight line in there for his cheekbone. Again, he's a very wide face. Curves out here. And just like a little thing for his cheekbone there. And like, you know, his jaw is quite big. Okay. So then his sideburns are just here, kind of in line with, what would you say, like the tip of his nose, nearly this area, right? So his sideburns, and they're kind of like long down here. He has kind of longer hair. Right. And then his hair kind of goes up and his hair gets kind of wide up the top as well. Going that way. And just from the sideburns, the ears stick out. And so kind of in line with the forehead, no, the eyebrows. Kind of two bumps there. Where is he? And his earlobe goes down that way. And then his hairline continues. It goes in a bit, right? So your forehead is about the same size as your nose, right? So the nose length is the forehead length as well, right? So you could do a little V there, right? So that's like his hairline. Just if you're wondering. And we'll add some ear lines and stuff inside here as well, actually. Okay, that kind of a thing. And then the hairline, right? So, yeah, kind of quite wide at the top. So we'll go this way. He's a big fringe, so it goes kind of that way. And then down the side of his head. close to his temple there. And then he has a slight forehead line. It's coming across here, but not much. Okay, and then his hair, right? So he's got like straight, spiky up kind of hair. Real sort of 90s look, right? So, but it curves around the, although this wasn't the 90s, but the early 2000 hair. So it curves around there, and then it sort of starts to spike. And it has like a fringe section, so like, you know, goes up, spikes right up. So there's no sort of easy way of doing it, so you go spike in all sorts of different ways, right? There's a bit in behind. Right, like this kind of thing. You can see like the back of his head in behind some of the spikes, like it curves around here. And then there's all textures sort of going that way. That just kind of goes around the back of his head then. At least that's how it looks anyway. Spiky fringe, but then the rest is kind of flatter. Okay, so that's basically his head. So his neck, he's a real wide neck, right? So looks like a football player, superhero, wide neck, right? So very wide, going that way. And his trapezius goes this way. So his like body slightly turned, right? So in the front of his neck, on this side, goes down this way. And then neck muscles, very hard to see them, but they have to be there. So very wide, like Adam's apple slightly. That way. And then his grey sort of collar coming down here. So he's got like this gray hoodie thing on, so it goes like a folding line that way. There. And then we'll go with the hoodie part. Just kind of goes around behind his shoulder. Which comes out this way. It's got like another edge sort of line to it there. And a bumping line. And then big old shoulder coming off here. He's a real big guy. And then this shoulder goes down that way. Shoulder's kind of turned away. And there might be like some buttons just hanging off here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next. I was like trying to think of something funny today to say there. See you in the next something. Okay, I have to stop. Getting distracted. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.